Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and tell you how to refresh a permanent marker and make it write again. That's right. If your permanent marker is no longer writing, but you know that there's ink left inside, or you think that there's some ink left inside, this is the video for you. And most of the time, permanent markers will dry out before they run out of ink. So this is the video for you. I'm going to tell you about a simple method that you can use to refresh your permanent marker. Okay, let's get right into the method. The first thing that you want to do is get a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, and you can use sort of whatever percentage you find at your local store, but get a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, just a little bit you need, and you want to put it in a small container of some sort. I always just use a container that I'm going to end up throwing out, like an old butter container or something like that, something that, you know, I'm going to toss in the garbage. So like after we finish using margarine, for instance, there's a container left over. I wash those containers and then I use them for things like painting a room and things like this. So I would suggest using a container that you could just throw out after. Alternatively, you can just get a little bit of aluminum foil and make almost like a little cup shape out of it and do it in the aluminum foil. Totally fine. But essentially you want to put, or anything of that nature that will work, that will hold the liquid. You want to get some isopropyl alcohol, put it inside of a container or whatever it is that you're using. You want to get the marker. You want to submerge the tip of the marker in that solution of isopropyl alcohol within that container. And you want to leave it there until you see some ink running out. So when you see some ink escaping, that means that you've liquefied the permanent marker again. Then what you want to do, you don't want to use the permanent marker yet. You want to get your cap. You want to put your cap on the permanent marker and just put it to the side for like 15 minutes to maybe half an hour, because you want that isopropyl alcohol to dry out from the tip of the marker. So that you can essentially, it can be dry enough to use. Once you've left it for half an hour, even an hour if you want to be really safe, then you can go ahead and you can use the marker, and you're likely to get a decent amount of life and ink left from that marker. Sometimes you can write for a few extra minutes. Other times there's so much ink left in there that you can write for literally hours longer. So with that being said, it's a simple way to refresh a permanent marker and make it write again. And most of the time, permanent markers will dry out before they run out of ink. So yeah, you can use this method and hopefully it works for you. It should work for you because I've used it many times and I end up getting a lot more life out of my permanent markers really easily. And it's a simple method, and you literally only need a couple drops of isopropyl alcohol, just enough to sort of get into that tip of that permanent marker to liquefy it again. And that's it. If you that's truly it. Honestly, you spend good money on your permanent markers, you might as well get all of the ink that you can out of them. It's just very important to make sure you let it fully dry, let that isopropyl alcohol fully dry and sort of leak out before you use the marker again, or else you might ruin your paper because it might be too soaking wet. And that's essentially it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.